Right, welcome to Sinbad, Legend of Your Father's Years. Welcome to Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas. The movie starts with the world enjoying peace and quiet with no issues, no wahala, just chill. Until this universe is the equivalent of Satan the devil, this fine shit called Ares. Yeah, so she begins plotting evil for no damn reason. Literally just woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Just be her morning routine, man. Nigga woke up be like,
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
So she then sees this ship carrying valuables being followed by this gang of thieves, and she decides to send one of her evil spirits to go and terrorize them. So the chief armed robber is this guy called Sinbad, main character of the movie, by the way. Him and his accomplices go to disturb the lives of hardworking, innocent, honest minimum wage workers who are just trying to provide for their families, which some of them may never meet, because you cannot tell me that at least one person did not die in this last sequence of events. I mean, but hey, Sinbad is the protagonist who can never do wrong, main character, so we have to forgive him for his sins. Anyhow, Sinbad wants to steal this thing called the Book of Peace. Yes, the Book of Peace. It's this object of veneration that supposedly brings peace to all mankind, which is why it is being guarded closely by this guy called Proteus, who also happens to be Sinbad's childhood friend, who tries to stop him from stealing the book. However, while all this is happening, the evil spirit from earlier attacks them, and they all work together to defeat it at the expense of Sinbad, who I hope dies. However, he does not. Instead, he gets saved by Ares, who, damn, she blows. That was unexpected. Anyhow, she confronts Sinbad about killing her pet monster. I can't lie, the way she was moving had me a bit discombobulated in this scene.
That's what I like about you.
Sensational.
What's wrong with DreamWorks and all these seductive female leads? Bro, I guess replay this clip for further research.
That's what I like about you.
But yeah, let's calm down. Let's calm down. So anyhow, she makes this deal with Sinbad that, if he steals the Book of Peace for her, she will give him riches beyond his wildest imagination. And of course, Sinbad, being the nigga that just stands on business, agrees, because God gets some bread, man. He got to eat. So he pursues his friend all the way to this place called Syracuse, where they decide to keep arguably one of the most important objects in the universe in the most obvious place possible. And then they party to celebrate the arrival of the book as Sinbad and his guys pull up to the function, as Proteus introduces him to his fiancée. However, our boy Sinbad is getting a little too excited, so he decides to dip and leave his best friend's woman alone. Initially. So then Proteus and his wife-to-be, Marina, yeah, that's her name, Marina. So they go and talk, and I saw something. Vieja, where? You don't grab breast. Then we cut back to Ares, who decides to go and steal the book and incriminate Sinbad for the crime. And now that the book is gone, I was here expecting to see some catastrophic world events happening one after the other, but no, apparently, the sky just became dark and nothing really happened, which begs the question, apart from burning my eyes, please, what the fuck is the purpose of this book? I can't lie, the only thing that its absence did this entire movie was reduce the brightness, guy. That's all that it did. Please help. And also, if Ares could have just stolen the book by herself, why the hell didn't she just do it in the first place instead of going through all this stress or just disturbing people? Anyhow, Sinbad of course gets blamed for it, and because he's a thief, nobody listens to him despite the fact that he tries to explain over and over again that he did not steal the book, and he is sentenced to death. Which also begs the question, how is killing him better? I mean, if he is the one with the book, won't it be better to just give him life? I mean, if you kill him, you'll never know what the book is. But anyhow, Proteus, being the real G that he is, actually believes Sinbad and decides to take his place. So they decide to give Sinbad 10 days to recover the book and bring it back, or else Proteus would die. So how does Sinbad, this human trash, this scum, repay his best friend who literally almost died for him? He tries to run away.
Watch you call your homie. Watch you call your homie. Watch you.
Can't lie, bro has to be up there with Judas Iscariot as one of the most heinous betrayers of all time. So Sinbad goes to the lower deck where he runs into his brody's fine shit who has followed them all the way from Syracuse. So after containing his 6-inch, he goes to go and yarn her, and she convinces him to go to Tartarus and steal the book back and, be a good person. So they go to Tartarus, which is this universe's version of Hellfire. It's basically where, Ares, the devil of this universe, lives. And yeah, so they go. And Ares notices that she's being followed, so she decides to send these creatures called sirens to go and kill them. In Greek mythology, sirens are these creatures that, used to sing and lure unsuspecting sailors into the rocks, basically death by prick. And that's exactly what almost ends up happening. In fact, the only reason that they survived is because Serena, Marina was on board. And because she's a woman, a heterosexual woman, she is not lured by the siren song. And she's able to sail them to safety. Imagine if this was 2025 and she was gay. Y'all is cooked. She saves them and we start getting this weird chemistry between Sinbad and Marina, which is very disgusting. Like, this is your best friend's wife to be. Can we show some respect? Anyhow, shall we cut to some more scenes of them almost getting killed by this fish and then, riding said fish to Tartarus. Then we cut back to Ares, who decides to send this ice and this big ass eagle to come and kill them. The bird kidnaps Marina and Sinbad goes to go and raise her. Save her. So he goes and saves her life, and after he does, he tries to breed her.
What you call your homie? What you call your homie?
That's your best friend's babe. Your best friend that literally puts his life on the line for you, no hesitation. Ha!
It's an evil world we live in.
So they continue on their journey to Tartarus, and just when you think this human trash can't get any more scum, maybe he'll remember about his friend back in Syracuse who literally is giving his life for him. Nope, no regret. My nigga literally went for the kill too. Damn.
What you call your brody? What you call your brody?
Where is your conscience, bro? She even stopped you. God, you're evil. Human trash. So after a long journey, they finally get to Tartarus and they meet Ares, who welcomes them and immediately calls Sinbad out for stealing his homeboy shorty. Yeah, I can't even lie. Imagine being so down bad that Satan himself is calling you out for your actions. That is the epitome of evil, calling you out for your actions. Don't you think something is wrong with your brain? Your friends are hustling, doing honest way, blowing up in life. You.
Your own brain, all you think is yash.
But anyhow, she decides to make Sinbad an offer. Answer a simple question truthfully. And the question is, if Sinbad does not get the book, will he go back to die for his friend? Or will he run away with Marina? Sinbad says that he will go back to die for his friend. However, she doesn't believe him. She doesn't give him the book. So now, for some weird reason, they start crying and deeping this shit because Sinbad wants to go back and save his friend. At least there's still small humanity in your soul. There's small hope for you. At this point, I was beginning to lose hope. Anyhow, so because Sinbad wants to go and die for his friend, Marina is now crying. Sinbad is deep in this whole matter. And I'm so confused. Like, did you not hear what this woman said? If you answer correctly, you will get the book. Will you go back for your friend if you don't get the book? You said yes, you will go back to save your friend if you don't get the book. Now you didn't get the book. All you have to do is just go back and you're going to get it anyway because Ares gave her word. A goddess is always bound for all eternity by her word. Answer truthfully, you get the book. So by going back, you would have actually been truthful and she will have to give you the book since she as a goddess is bound by her word. Now, since you would most likely have to be alive to receive the book, there's a very high chance that she will not let them kill you. And guess what? After all this crying, all this deeping this thing for no reason, they go back, Sinbad saves his friend's life, and everything that I said would happen literally happened. But I can't even lie though, I've been venting my frustrations on this guy this whole movie. We've just been sleeping on the fact that this guy raised a goddess. Bro literally had her in the bag, hand on hip too. Damn! See what happens when you apply all your brain capacity to Yash? You achieve incredible things. Now his reasons attain spiritual levels. But yeah, the movie ends with Sinbad getting the book back and saving the day and decides to dip out. And later Proteus, who, discerns that Sinbad has raised his babe, decides to take the L for bro again, sacrificing his own happiness for the sake of his friend. Nah, I can't lie. Let's have a moment of silence for Proteus, man. You deserved better. All this time just taking the L for Sinbad. Anyhow, Sha, the guy gets Sabrina. They smash and they live happily ever after. Yeah, let's not lie. Aries was literally another awakening for all of us. DreamWorks' entire purpose, their entire vision, their mission was just to ensure that the next generation was straight as hell. And it worked, though. It really worked.